Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Yvonne, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing some plants for beginners, so keep on watching. So on my channel I have some plant collection videos that I did a few weeks ago. But anyways, I thought it would be a good idea. If you hear some noises, it's my dog underneath my coffee table that's right here chewing on a toy. But anyways, let's ignore him. I thought it would be a good idea to share some plants for beginners, or just some plants that are really like low maintenance and easy to care for. Just because I feel like plants can just bring a bit of color and life into any place, and I think they're super cheap. Well, at least some of them are really cheap and inexpensive, and they just look really beautiful. And so one type of plant that I think is really easy to take care of and very, very, very low maintenance are the pothos. And this is a marble queen pothos. And I also have two golden pothos and a satin silver pothos. But these type of plants are really easy to care for. You literally just have to water them once their dirt is wet, or at least until the top 2 inches of the dirt of the topsoil is dry, and then you water it. And what I've noticed that works really well for me are terracotta pots, just because most of them have a drainage hole, and they also draw moisture from the dirt, so it helps the dirt dry a little bit quicker, so you won't overwater your plants. So what I like about these plants is that you can have them in a low light environment, kind of like a room that doesn't get as much light, or one that gets, a little bit of light throughout the day, or one that's like bright, but like make sure it's indirect light so it doesn't burn it, so the sun doesn't like burn the leaves off. But anyways, these type of plants are really good. They're really sturdy, and they also get really big, and they're easy to propagate, which I can also show you guys later on in another video, maybe once it's like spring or summer, just because I don't want to propagate any plants right now during the winter. Like I said, these plants grow really long, they're really pretty, and their leaves have like this one has some variegation in it, so it looks really pretty. So they stand out just because they're really beautiful. You can get them really, really big. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen my satin pothos. If not, I'll link down the video and the time frame of where you can find that, just because that one's really, really long, and I have propagated it a few times, but it's still really long, and I'm really proud of how it looks. So pothos is one type of plant that is perfect for beginners. And moving on to another one is a CZ plant, and this one you just pretty much set it and forget it, and maybe water it once every 2 weeks. That's how easy it is to take care of it. I have this one in my kitchen, and my kitchen is pretty dark. It's literally a cave, and I have it right there on my counter. It doesn't get a lot of light, literally. It doesn't really get that much light. And so this one is thriving. I don't know what's going on with this leaf, but it's turned around. But this one is thriving. It's giving me new little stalks, and I have propagated it. But yeah, literally just water it twice a week. You can just let it get big, or if not, you can propagate them, which I can show in another video. But yeah, this one is perfect. Literally, water it once every 2 weeks and you're good to go. You can have it in a dark room. You can have it in a medium to bright, but I wouldn't recommend putting it in a bright area, just because these are low light plants. So I'm not exactly sure how it'll do in a bright area. But either way, these are really good. That's one of my favorite plants. Another of my favorite are succulents. Succulents and cactuses are my favorite, just because they're extremely easy to take care of, like extremely easy to take care of. You literally have to water them maybe once a month, or sometimes I water them once every 2 weeks or once a week, depending on how the soil is. You also have to make sure that they're in a bright area where they'll get enough sunlight for a few hours a day, or else they will die on you if they don't get the right amount of sun. So I like to keep these near windows, just because that's how I know they get enough sunlight, and they also kind of just, they're kind of like decor in a way for my windows. But this one right here is a burro's tail, and I think it's gotten a little bit bigger since I showed it in my plant collection video. As you can see, it's starting to like hang over the pot, which is what I want. But yeah, these can get really long and really big, so that's the goal. But these are also easy to propagate, which again I will show in another video later on. But succulents and cactuses are really easy to take care of. If you do get a cactus though, you do have to be careful not to poke yourself with the little needles that it has. You can also take those out, but just be really careful when you are, just because those things hurt. Another plant that is also perfect for beginners, or just, you know, a low maintenance plant in general, is this Janet Craig Compact tree, I think it is. I'll be showing the names down on the screen again, just because I mess up the names. But this one is pretty much like a ZZ plant in a way. I water it once every 2 weeks. This one does require a lot more light. I believe it's like medium to bright. So I keep it next to my window. There's a shelf over there next to my window, so that's where I keep it. But other than that, I just give it water every 2 weeks, and that's it. That's all it is. It hasn't gone like super huge or anything, so it grows pretty slowly, which I don't mind because I don't have to be switching, you know, pots or anything that often. But yeah, this one is one of the easiest plants to take care of. You don't have to worry about cutting it down or watering it every week or every day. Just once every 2 weeks and you're good to go, but just make sure it's in a medium to bright area and it'll be fine. I also have a Philodendron Brasil right here, and this one is a propagated one that one of my friends gave me. And this one is very much like a pothos. You can literally have it in a low to medium or a medium to bright. I know that with these that have variegation in their leaves, they do need a little bit more sunlight so they can keep the variegation in their leaves. But literally just water it once a week and you'll be good to go. These do get big, they do vine, but they're really pretty. Like this one, the soil is still a little bit damp, so I'm not gonna water it. A good rule is to always check the soil in your plants before you water them, or even if you're not gonna water them, just go up to them and stick your finger in the dirt and see how dry it is. If you see that it's like extremely dry and it's been a while since you water it, I'd go ahead and just give it some water. Not enough to drown it, because you don't want to drown your plants. You just want to give them enough. What I usually do is I take my little water kettle and I'll go like once around and I count to 3. 1, 2, 3, stop, and then I let that water soak, and then I do it again, 1, 2, 3, and then I stop and I let the water soak, and that's it. Because I've heard before that you have to water them until you see water start dripping from the bottom, and I don't know if that's 100% true or not, but I also feel like that's giving your waters way too much water. Giving your plants, I feel like that's giving your plants way too much water to the point where like they're gonna start to die. So I like to just give them enough water for the soil to suck it all up, but not enough for it to start draining from the bottom. That's why I like to touch the soil before I give them more water. And then last but not least, I have a snake plant. And snake plants are literally hard to kill. I feel like you have to try hard enough to try to kill a snake plant, because these are just like a lot like a ZZ plant, a succulent. This one, I have it next to my fireplace where it literally gets, right now it doesn't get a lot of light just because it gets darker sooner, but during the summer it would get a little bit of light. Like these you can have in a low light environment, low to medium or medium to bright, but make sure it's indirect and not directly in the sun, because then you're gonna burn off the leaves. But these are amazing. I water it maybe once every 2 weeks, if not once a month. That's how easy it is to take care of these. So I feel like you really have to try hard enough to kill a snake plant. But yeah, these are very sturdy. They have different types of snake plants, but this one I absolutely love. They just keep getting longer and longer as they grow, and also a little bit wider, and then they're easy to propagate as well. But yeah, this one is absolutely amazing, and it's perfect for beginners. So I feel like this one is just amazing. And they're not pricey. You can probably find them, I say like $15 or more. I did buy a little snake plant at Lowe's during the summer for $5. So it just depends on how big you want the snake plant. Obviously, the bigger, the more expensive. The smaller, the less expensive they are. So, but if you do like big plants, then you know, be prepared to spend a little bit more money. And also, if they're plants that are kind of hard to get, then they're also a little bit more expensive. So those were all the plants I wanted to share with you guys that I think are perfect for beginners or for someone that just might be looking for easy to take care of plants, very low maintenance plants. These are perfect. Obviously they all require different amount of lights, but I feel like once you get plants and you kind of start to experiment, like if you get a plant and it dies because you put it in a dark spot, then you know for next time not to put it there. So you just kind of learn as you go with plants. So that was everything, and I hope you guys found this video very helpful, at least in one way or another. And if you want to see more videos like this, please comment down below. Let me know what kind of plants you want to see. Let me know if you want to see a propagation video. Just let me know. And if you like this video, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. And before you leave, please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.